Hello folks, this video is going to be a video that's out of the ordinary when you look at my channel. This is a bit of a under the hood look at my channel, and the main reason why I wanted to even cover this is to look back on it years later. If ever my channel gets monetized, if ever I get to a milestone that's significant, I'm going to look back at this and be very happy with the things I've done. Now, I'm going to go over a few things, mostly about how I started the channel, what I did to start the channel, what I was inspired by, and then I'm going to talk about the cycles that I went through. Some months very dead, not a lot of views, but then some months I was ecstatic. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, and it was really cool to watch. Who the hell am I? Okay, you guys know me as 2 for 1. Okay, I know people are not going to call me that. I've seen people call me Tooth, which is interesting. Maybe, I'll keep it in the back burner somewhere. But yeah, I'm a male, clearly by my voice. Some people find my voice weird for some reason. I don't really care. I know my mic isn't as good. I'll invest in some better mics in the future, but I'm just not able right now to buy some new ones. Now, I am indeed black, so I can say the N word, but I choose not to because why? Why? That's just gonna. Okay, finished college. Yes, that's what I did. I graduated. I'm not gonna tell you the details because that was just a cluster mess of a situation anyway, and I was just bored. Okay, and so I decided to create this one channel, 2 for 1, an NBA YouTube channel in August of 2021, late August actually. And I chose that date to create it because I knew that Kobe's birthday was coming up, and I wanted to make a video as my first video talking about how I remember Kobe Bryant as, his legacy and whatnot, things that I love about the guy, okay? Just simply, I wanted to speak my mind on NBA, and that's what I did. Now, what led me to start this whole channel up? Now, I started posting on YouTube on a separate channel in March of 2021, and that's when I first really started doing YouTube. I thought about it for years. I thought about doing YouTube, but I was too scared, or I thought I had no talent or whatever. I just didn't know if it was for me. And then I tried it out because some of my friends were doing YouTube at the time, and they're still doing, by the way, they're still doing well. And I was like, why not? Let's try it. And lo and behold, I love it. It's so much fun. But there are some struggles, and I'll get into that later. Now, after watching recap videos of NBA playoff games and seeing the quick rise, man, this was just sensational. Motown Noah. I mean, I think a lot of you guys know about Motown Noah. He just blew up in the middle of the summer during the playoffs. He was just making videos and getting 50K views like it was nothing. And I wasn't sure why at the time, but then I looked more into it. I'm like, you got a shout out from Rusty. He already has a Twitter presence. So, and plus, he has a great personality. So, it's just, everything just worked out for him. And, it's great to see. Now he works at Buckets and he doesn't post videos anymore on his channel. But, it was a great moment in NBA YouTube history. That's just for sure. So, these are my go to channels. Okay. And I know you guys are looking at the 9K subscriber, Will Upton. Why is he up here? Why? Because I gotta give love to this guy, man. He posts videos more often than any of these guys, and he just talks about what happens in the NBA. He talks about things that he thinks are interesting in the NBA, and he does a great job at conveying what he thinks and how he sees things going forward. And his videos have been nice to watch. Obviously, it's a very laid back video style. He doesn't do much editing, but I still like it. And then you got the rest of the channels over 100K subscribers each. You got some channels with over 500K, and then Jimmy Hyrule, of course, the goat of the NBA YouTube. But now let's get into my start, okay? How was I going to title my videos? How was I going to make the thumbnails for the videos? Well, it's pretty simple, okay? I was going to copy Motown Noah's style because I thought to myself, this worked for him, so it'll work for me. How naive I was. But it's a start, right? You have to start somewhere. And that's really the number one thing people need to understand with YouTube. It doesn't matter how great your videos are at the start, you just have to start. Okay, you just have to post these videos, you just have to make something. Okay, a lot of people give the advice of posting 100 crappy videos, and I actually agree with this advice because it gets you rolling, it gets the ball rolling, and you experiment, you try to find things that work, and then you realize, oh, this didn't work. Let me just steer off of this and go into this direction. And then it's a constantly evolving platform too. The algorithm constantly changes, and so you have to adapt to whatever changes are coming. And so far, I've been doing a very good job. I'd say so myself. I don't know if some people would look at this and think, 4K watch hours in 4 months. I mean, you didn't get monetized, so what's the point? But I'm still happy about it. I'm very happy. It's a very cool thing to see your videos doing well, and yeah, it was nice to watch. Now, my first month-ish on YouTube was pretty interesting. Okay, there were some hits, and there was a lot of misses. Okay, you can already tell 8K views during the stretch of August to September when I started my channel to late September. Yeah, it's not bad for first month. I'd say that I could have done better, of course, if I titled my videos better and my thumbnail style. I'll get into that and why I decided to change it. But first, I just have to look into the impressions. You can see here how there's literally like 2 impressions the first day, I think, and then 5, and then 10, and then at one point it just started increasing and increasing as the YouTube algorithm began to understand what types of videos I was making. So it takes time. It really does take time for YouTube to understand your channel and see what videos cater to what viewers. And you can see here the watch time, 440 hours. I'll just say this, okay? My separate channel that I created in March has over 250 watch hours in total. And that's up to now, okay? To see this within 1 month was very eye-opening to me. It just made me realize that this is the way to go on YouTube. You have to not niche down too much, but you have to choose a specific niche. You have to cover a specific base because the algorithm is just not gonna pick up your videos if you don't. And so I decided to do that. And average view duration 3 minutes and 13. You'll see that dip as my videos start getting more views, and I'll tell you why. But first, we gotta get into how I was even able to upload videos every day. And it's simple, guys. I took the least effort possible to get these videos up for you guys. I made sure every day that I just came up with a topic that I wanted to cover, and I just bleh, pooped it out. Oh, I just hit the mic, sorry. And I just pooped it out like it was a daily shit routine. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the toilet and I need to poop this shit out. So that's what I did with this. Except I wasn't really trying to shit them out in terms of the quality. I was trying to make decent videos to listen to. I was trying to make interesting images as slides, and that's really my style of videos during the beginning. And really, what inspired me was seeing how a funky diabetic and critical, which is a interesting channel, obviously, they inspired me to just post whatever the hell I wanted, whatever was on my mind. And I thought to myself, the authenticity was important during this early stage on YouTube. I thought to myself, look, I am not talented in this platform. I am not Jimmy High Roller. I am not faking basketball. And I'm certainly not funky, man. I'm telling you right now, man, these guys are just talented. They know what they're doing. They've been there for years, and there's a reason why their channels are doing well. So my channel, I was trying things out. 12 views first video, 9 views, 5 views, 24 views, 121 views. By the way, that took like 4 months for it to get to even 100 views. So don't mind that. But you can see here there's a video getting 711 views, and we'll get into that because that was my first big hit. But then you got Julius Randle being an all-star last season. I was questioning it. And lo and behold, I'm right, guys. He's not an all-star. He's not playing like it, certainly. And I guess I predicted the future. Now, the first video that took off, oh boy, this was very exciting times for me, man. I couldn't believe a video took off this early in my career, man. Within a month of creating this channel, actually within 2 weeks of creating this channel, I had my first video get over 100 views within the first 24 hours. I was surprised. I was really just excited at that point. I was like, how much more can I get with this channel? How much further can I go within a short span? And getting 2 subscribers off the channel, that was cool. I liked it. I was starting to get subscribers towards this latter end of August, and for some reason, I just kept getting subscribers as I was posting videos, and I guess I was building an audience. I was building an audience, but I just didn't know it at the time. I was just posting whatever I wanted, and it wasn't really an instant hit that got me to where I am today. It really was a gradual thing, and I was trying to replicate the same formula I used in that first video that took off, and I ended up failing miserably for the most part. I already showed you guys the Julius Randle video. Nobody cared. Actually, the only people that watched that video were Knicks fans that were salty that I even questioned Randle's All-Star caliber game. Okay, he is not an All-Star, guys. I'm sorry. He just had a fluke year. I'll keep saying it for those who didn't hear. Yeah, he had a fluke year. I don't care what you think. Yeah, but I tried to replicate some of that success, and I failed horribly. I tried talking about latest topics in the NBA world with the purple thumbnail format, and the yellow ones were just me trying to experiment and trying to see what hits. I had some nice comments, but I was getting some dislikes on videos like the Sacramento Kings being bad, and I understood instantly that the people that watch videos titled this way are the people who are fans of those teams that I'm criticizing. And I'm like, so we're fast forwarding now, and I actually got some W's, guys. A couple of my early videos got some traction within the first 24 hours, and I knew at that point there was something there. And they kept getting views for YouTube search, which is one of the traffic sources that you can look into on your channel in your YouTube studio. Now, of course, I'm not going to get into that much detail because I'm pretty sure most people that go into watching these videos already know what the hell that means. They already know what the hell I'm saying. But as of Christmas, which is the day I'm recording this, these were the views on these videos. Okay, Masai Ujiri had his eyes on Precious. 129 views. Okay, that took a lot of time to get to that level. Malachi Flame being great for the Raptors. That 859 views. I'm very happy about that one. It was the first video that I looked at and said, maybe doing player-oriented videos works. Why do people not respect Giannis? Oh, that video took off at some point, man. It was so beautiful to watch. People that love Giannis were clicking on the video because they were also questioning the same thing. What the hell is the deal with some of these people disrespecting him? And by the way, Giannis is king. The Knicks look good, and I admittedly am a Knicks hater, right? I've been open about my hatred for the Knicks. And quite honestly, I could care less where they play. MSG, the Mecca. There's only one Mecca, and that's in Saudi Arabia, okay? I'll be honest with you right now. The 2 videos on the right, I had no idea how they took off, and it really started to make me question where I was headed on YouTube. What was I trying to actually do on YouTube? And those videos being the real genius behind the Grizzlies buying out players and the Pistons will regret trading Sekou Doumbouya. These were my attempts at replicating the trendy topics video that I did on Lauri Markkanen being traded and giving my own take on it. And they worked out in the beginning. They worked out later on, and they kept getting views as the months would roll by. But this was the next big hit, guys. I couldn't believe what I was seeing after this video was released on YouTube. 350 views within the first 24 hours. This is gigantic. This is insane. And I just tried to follow back on the video of the Pistons regretting trading away Sekou Doumbouya, who I actually do love as a player. I hope he does well wherever team he's at right now. I think he's in the G League, but that's another story for another time. Today, this video still has over 2.6k views. And you could see how the incline started within the first 10 days or so. And it was just amazing. I couldn't believe it. My video was hitting all strides. I was getting subscribers after subscribers. I mean, this is the most subscribers I got in a video up to that point. And it was amazing. 25 subscribers in one video. And unfortunately, that's where the success ended, okay? Because most of my videos ended up being complete duds. Okay, 12 views on a Stephen Curry video talking about his historic 2020-2021 season. I thought that video was gonna do well. It didn't. Danny Ainge failing the Boston Celtics because of what he did to Isaiah Thomas. That video was not taking off at all. I was very disappointed. Um, Team USA inevitably losing gold in the Olympics soon. That video only has 2 views to this day. That's just I was just down bad at that point, man. I just didn't know what I was doing wrong, and I was trying to figure things out. But there were some successes along the way, like what you forget about Kevin Durant's 2012 playoff run. 856 views. I mean, that's insane to me. And then you have a video talking about how the Knicks inadvertently gave the Raptors a key player. And that video, I suggest you watch it, not just because I want views, but because it actually has an interesting punchline that I think Knicks fans are going to love. Now, there were some videos like Nikola Jokic being disrespected. Why is that? That video got 3.2k views over a cumulative time span of 4 months. Actually, 3 months. And it was nice. I was so happy that following back on the theme of why is X being disrespected and seeing it work again, it was just beautiful. One thing I wanted to do with this channel is not be repetitive. I did not want to just pump out the same types of videos over and over, right? You could see that there was a formula I could follow, and I could get some views, but also I actually was trying to follow a formula, and that formula still didn't work. So I wasn't sure where I was going with this YouTube channel. And October was a new month, and it was a new format. I was trying to focus more on trendy topics, and the preseason was rolling around, and I was just doing game recaps, and it was a complete dud. Nothing. I got no views, barely any views. Okay, the OG steering the ship because the Raptors fans have been starting to get familiar with my videos. That one starting to get views, over 180 views up to now. I think most of those views came from the first week, which is interesting. And yeah, I was just trying to figure things out. I wasn't sure where to go with this. And there were some successes along the way though. This video here on the right side, Giannis has no skill. The hate is real. Watch it because I think it's one of my funniest videos. Giannis is king, by the way, is facts. Okay, it's just facts. And James Harden, we don't care. Now, James Harden is not the reason why this video went off. I think it's because of Giannis. And the fan base already built up from my first video on Giannis. And that's why during that opening game against the Nets, I was like, let me just pump out this video. And it got some traction initially. And it just kept getting traction till now. It was just insane. And this is part of the reason why my watch time has been lower than usual, because this video is only a minute and 20 seconds, and watch time here is about 50 seconds, which is the majority of the video, which is good. But at the same time, YouTube wants more minutes being watched on the platform. So on YouTube, if this was an 8-minute video and I was getting the amount of views I was getting throughout the week, I think this video might have hit 100k views. Now, this Suns Lakers game was an absolute meme video. One of my funniest videos as well. I love making videos like this, but I began to see that these videos would go up in views, but then plateau. And I realized, okay, I cannot keep doing videos like this because I'm not going to get a genuine audience watching my videos, right? I was trying to replicate sort of the highlight reel videos that you see on NBA YouTube. You see a lot of these MLG highlights channels, all these channels that take highlights from certain games, certain moments, just like highlight heaven in the NFL. I was trying to replicate a little bit of the formula, but I was struggling to do so. So I just stopped doing videos like this, and I wasn't sure what to do during this month. You could see how I was uploading more consistently in the former half of the month, and then the latter half I was just not knowing what to do. I just didn't upload much of my videos, and I wasn't sure where to go from here. And for some reason, this was the time YouTube started promoting some of my videos, and whoo, I was just ecstatic. I couldn't believe the incline of views over the last stretch of October. I couldn't believe that most of my views came from the last week of October. This was insane to me. This video that you see at the top, Number one, why Daryl Morey failed to trade the Raptors with Ben Simmons. Has over 2.6k views. And it had over 2.6k views within the first 24 hours. This was uploaded on October 31st. So this was the last day of the month. So these are all the views coming from that day. And I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. It was just insane. I never seen that many views in one day. And actually, it's less than one day because I uploaded these videos at noon. And so there's 12 hours in a day. And so I'm guessing these are the first views in 12 hours. So it was even crazier than that, actually. Now, Nikola Jokic being disrespected was, gathering some steam. Another video that I found very odd was this one talking about referee Ben Taylor giving Trae Young and the Hawks dumb technical fouls. I don't know why that video took off. I guess because people were searching for that, and it really took off on YouTube search. YouTube even told me, yeah, these videos are being searched on and being clicked on so much that we have to push it out to everybody else. And it was weird. I was getting a lot of dislikes on that video, and I realized then that I cannot do videos talking about recaps of games without including highlights, because I'm pretty sure the reason why people tuned into those videos is to actually see Trae Young being called those technicals. But I didn't show that. I just talked about it and showed images of the Hawks roster or whatnot. And I knew at that point I need to be better, quite frankly. And November was just a great month. It was the craziest month I've ever had on YouTube. And I'm hoping for more great months like this. 88.6k views. That's insane. Over half of my views up to now came from this month. A lot of hits in this month. I mean, you could see here the Nemanja Bjelica video. I mean, holy snap. That video was doing well in the beginning, but it wasn't taking off as fast as the video that I made on Daryl Morey failing to trick the Raptors. The video on the Wizards, Deni Avdija, took off like crazy, and I thought to myself, yes, player-oriented videos work on this platform. And so I decided to do more of those. And what I did as well is I would do videos showing and showcasing the defensive highlights from certain players. And you can see here Jordan Poole and Gary Payton II. They had a nice game against the Hornets, and I thought I should highlight that. And that video took off. And the Nemanja Bjelica video I thought would take off immediately as well, but it took some time, around 2 weeks, for it to really go above and beyond. And ever since, it is now my highest viewed video on this platform. I think it accounts for 47k views. Actually, no, I think it's actually hit 50k now, which is insane. I can't believe a video hit 50k, man. That's insane, bro. So yeah, another video I made on November that I knew was gonna take off was this video talking about the recap of the Knicks Raptors game when the Raptors beat the Knicks at MSG. Oh, I was so happy. I was so delighted that the Raptors did their thing, and I just had to gloat. And that's what the title was. I knew this title was gonna get clicks, and it did. I'm so happy about that. That video got 2.6k views, and most of those views came from the first 4 days, and so I was very happy about that too. I was just doing a lot that I was stunned at that point. I was seeing growth that I never seen before. Okay, but I did have issues because as I was uploading these videos, I realized that I needed to improve the quality of these videos. So throughout the month of November, that's what I was doing. I was trying to improve the quality whilst also uploading consistently. And when I say consistently, I don't mean once a week. I mean, I was uploading once a day, okay? Once a day for damn near the whole month, okay? I think I only missed 2 days of upload during that month. But what I did do is upload twice in like 3 days in November, I think. I uploaded like twice in like 2 to 3 days. And I knew that I couldn't sustain this. As the videos would improve in quality, I knew that the videos would have to be spaced out, okay? I would have to have a consistent schedule that was lighter, okay, once a week, twice a week, whatever it may be. But that's what I was really looking into. I was like, how can I get these videos up to where it's the best video possible, and these videos are also not daily, because I can't sustain it. I just can't. My goal in the future is to sustain that and have the best videos possible being uploaded every day. But right now I'm not at that level. I'm not ready. and I was looking for hits every time, and it made me so miserable. YouTube is a drug, and once you have that taste of honey, you're addicted, you're hooked. And I was so hooked. I couldn't believe that I was getting over 2K, 3K, 4K views a day on all my videos combined. And most of those views came from like 2 to 3 videos. And I was loving every second of it. I was gloating to myself. I was like, this could actually happen. I could actually make a living off of this. I could potentially even feed, I can potentially even move to a different house, get my family to live in a better house. I was thinking about these things already. I was like, in 3 months, I'm already doing this. In a year, I was thinking I could be over a K, over 1K subscribers. I was delighted. And I was getting more subs every day, which made me think this will not keep going. At some point, it will stop and it will plateau. It would just teeter. I would not gain nearly as much subs because the views wouldn't be as gradual. It wouldn't be as big. And lo and behold, that's what happened. In December, it was a very meh month. But when you look back at September and October, you would think December is a hit, just a total hit of a month. This is my second best month. And the early parts of December, I was riding off that wave that I was riding on in November. So, what's the problem? Why am I so miserable all of a sudden? It seems like I'm now feeling bad when I have 40K views when I dreamt of having that many views in September. So what was going on here? And obviously, people have talked about this for years now. The hedonic treadmill is a thing where once you're in a high and you get to a low, no matter how high the low may be, you still are going to feel miserable because you experienced that high in the past and you just want that high again. And essentially, you could see here the latter half of December, I was just spacing out my videos and it immediately took a hit on my channel. You could see the decline in views. Even the decline in subscribers was coming in later on. And boy, oh boy, I tasted success and I just wanted more of it, guys. I just wanted more video views. I wanted more subscribers. I just wanted to get monetized, guys, okay? I hit the watch hours goal within 4 months. And I still don't have nearly the amount of subscribers I need to get monetized. I was thinking, how is this possible? I watched a Roberto Blake video talking about how if you get over 100,000 views and the average watch time is like 3 to 4 minutes, you'd be hitting the 4K hour mark, and the basic subscriber to view ratio apparently would be 1%, and 1% of the 100K views would be 1,000 subscribers, which has not translated for me. On my end, things look different. Me, it's like a 150K views, so a 20%, sorry, a 0.2% subscriber to view ratio here. And I was just confused. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what was going on. I wasn't sure if the problem was me or if it was just YouTube. I don't know. So far, this is my channel analytics as of now. I have 318 subs. I'm currently rolling in at 1.3K views in the last 48 hours, which honestly would be so cool if it happened in September, but is now pretty meh because I had averaged over 6K views in the last 48 hours in November. Okay, that's how much success I was getting. And you can see the peaks and valleys here in that stretch in November. It was just mind-boggling. I think the most views I ever got was right here on November 23rd, and it was insane. The impressions, over 1.4 million impressions. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. What kind of channel would get that many impressions? I was thinking that was impossible within the first 4 months. I was not even thinking about that amount of impressions. And the reason why I'm so excited about this is because this is what opens the door for you and your videos getting views. The impressions. It's an opportunity for your videos to be passed around and shown to more people. Okay, and the more impressions you get, the better, because generally that means the YouTube algorithm is finding people that not only are seeing the videos but are clicking on the videos, and that's what was happening at this point. And you could see over 50K impressions in November 23rd. That was my peak day. That was my best day ever. SpongeBob SquarePants songs come to mind, but I think I'll get copyrighted if I do sing the song. Here in the impressions click through, it averages at 7%. Now, I'm very confused as to why this day was so monumental. It got 14% right here. It's an outlier day. Just like the early days of YouTube for me was outlying days as well. I got no views during these 2 days, so that's why it's 0%. I was very shocked when I saw this number though. 4.8K watch hours. I mean, that is absolutely mind-boggling. I don't know how people stick around, and watch 3 minutes of me talking about Suns Lakers game being a meme. I mean, that video was literally me just looping certain clips of that game, and then videos like the best dance shooter ever. I mean, that video was literally just images and me talking. I mean, how do people stick around for a minute even? Look, I know that's low. I know it's one of my lowest videos. But that's, to me, it's shocking to me that it had an average percentage views of 35%. And that's because the video was short relative to my other videos. Now, my top videos in terms of watch hours. This is how it works on YouTube. Most of your watch time, most of your views come from very few of your videos. Like this one, the Nemanja Bjelica video. 1.5K views. And I began to understand something about the climate of this channel and the people that are watching my videos, and I'll get into that when I talk about the audience. But you can see here Danya Advia video doing a lot well. I don't know what I just said there, but that's English for you. English from a French Canadian, by the way, so don't judge me. Now the Jordan Poole Gary Payton, the second video, was beginning to, get my senses tingling, because I realized something was going on with these videos that wasn't going on with the other videos. Okay, and this got confirmed when I looked at my audience, and this is just shocking to me. This is, I think, the most exciting part of the analytics tab, because it just tells you who watches you, what country they're watching from, how old they are, and it tells you if they're returning after watching that video. It tells you who they're watching as well as your channel. It's just insane. And the returning viewers, I mean, I was getting anything from 500 return viewers to now just over 100, with the latest one being 72. Obviously, the last 2 days needs to be processed. YouTube, it's okay, I'm good. Now, the videos that people were returning to were videos where I was talking about, the Raptors, the Warriors, and I began to realize that it depended on the team I was talking about. So you can see here the channels that watch my videos, right? Sorry, the channels that my audience watches. You have this channel being a channel that mainly covers the Warriors. Another channel that covers games. This channel was a Filipino channel, and so that's why it has me at 20% of my viewers coming from Philippines, because a lot of people watching this channel were watching my videos from the suggested feed, and it was very weird. And then another Warriors channel, okay, and you have another, literally the Golden State Warriors channel. I realized the Warriors fan base was just so rabid. They were just hungry for content, and as soon as you just push out a decent video from the Warriors standpoint, they'll eat it up. And that's what's happened. You see here a lot of these channels. I talked about G League players, so that's why you see G League channels. And yeah, you're just seeing some very odd channels. I think this is another Filipino channel, but I'm not sure. And Dubs Nation. In the beginning, I was getting Raptors feeds, right? A lot of my subscribers were watching Raptors channels. And that made sense, because at the time, I was covering mainly Raptors videos, because I love the Raptors. I'm a fan of the Raptors. I love this team a lot. But lately, I've been trying to diversify my content to cover more teams. And I started to notice that the Warriors were the only team where I could get videos to go over 10,000 views. And I'm grateful, but I knew this was a problem, because I don't want to be a Warriors channel. I don't want to be talking about the Warriors every time. And now I'm struggling to actually diversify my content again and try to get a consistent baseline views to where I can get people coming back to my videos every day or every week, and it would be regardless of whatever team I'm talking about, but as long as it was NBA content, right? And this is where I'm at right now. I'm struggling. My latest videos, I'll show you right now. It only has 20 views within the first 9 hours. Now that's great, okay? Because my baseline views at the time in September was like 2 to 5 views. And so this is amazing that within 12 hours even, that my videos would get 20 views, 23 views, 25 views, 54 views. By the way, if you guys haven't checked the Giannis Antetokounmpo birthday video, please check it out, man. I love that video. That video was so fun to make, bro. Giannis is king, by the way. I don't know if I said that enough. And now I have to address the future of this channel because as we get into the new year, 2022 rolls around and it's going to be a new year and it's going to be a lot of changes. For me personally, I have to steady things down. I have to be able to post quality videos that are consistent and they get uploaded at least once a week. But at most right now, I want to aim for 2 times a week because I do want to have as many videos being posted. And it's unfortunate that right now, with the way my channel is headed, I want to do videos that get traction, right? I want to chase the views, but I know that YouTube is a long game. You have to play this like a marathon. You have to just be steady. You have to just be consistent and post videos that you think are nice videos, you think are cool videos to talk about. At this point, this is where I have to start slowing down myself personally. Not to say that the quality is going to diminish or that the topics are going to be uh, very, you know, mid. No, they're going to be videos that are interesting to me. The direction I want to head to right now is I want to do videos that look and sound more like Kenny For Real's videos. If you know Kenny Beecham, yeah, that guy makes cool videos, and obviously he has a 2K channel that mainly feeds him and his family, but his recap channel talking about games that have happened or the NBA, whatever news is around. I like the content he makes there because you could tell he's really positive. He has this energy that not a lot of NBA YouTubers have. He's just so grateful. He's just so happy to talk about basketball every day or every 2 days or 3 days whenever he uploads. And I want to replicate that on my channel. I want some of that positive energy to be thrown back at you guys because I'm not gonna call out names, but some NBA channels, eh, they're not so positive. Let's just say that much. And I'm guilty of that too. I know this is hypocritical from me as a Knicks hater. I know. I've said some very disparaging things about the Knicks organization. By the way, I take none of it back. But I do see where there's a problem of being toxic every time because you have, in order to build an audience on YouTube and in order to keep up with the community, you have to be in tune with what the community wants. You have to be able to know what types of videos the community wants to see at the time. And if you're just toxic every time, at that point you're not even trying to have meaningful conversations with the community. And that's what I want to do as a YouTuber. I want to have meaningful conversations about the NBA. I want to have a dialogue. Man, I cannot wait. My next goal is to have 500 subs because I want to post on the community tab so bad. Oh my goodness, guys. This is another thing I have to talk about, man. YouTubers, and I mean so many YouTubers, don't know how powerful of a tool the community tab is. Oh my goodness, man. It frustrates me seeing the little amount of posts I see from the community tab. Look, I'm a guy that mainly spends my time on YouTube, and I don't like Twitter too much. I do have a Twitter, but I don't really care if you follow me or not. You'll probably have to look around because I'm not gonna shill it anywhere. Hi, I'm talking. As soon as I started getting passionate about something, my mom just came and interrupted me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, community tab, man. Guys, you need to utilize that. It's just a way to build a community. Like, I don't know why more YouTubers don't use it. Like, it has to be one of those things where people are stuck on Twitter People love the Twitter, they love to tweet, and the tweety thumbs just go crazy. But I do love YouTube so much. I hate everybody else, basically. I'm a YouTube guy, man. I don't like the direction they're headed with the shorts, but I love the platform itself. I love what I'm able to do on the platform and how I'm able to build a community here. And hopefully, I can build a very cool community because I have thought about doing cool things and I would love to have anyone's feedback on it. And that's when I'll be able to post. And when I get 500 subs, I can just go at it, man. Once a day, I'm gonna post something. I'm gonna just get some traction. I know for a fact, man, the community tab. Oh, there's so much untapped potential there, man. I can't wait, man. I'm just waiting right now. It's a slow game, okay? I know right now, 318 subs. Very grateful. I love it. But there needs to be a point where you gotta take it one day at a time. Okay, YouTube is a very slow game. For those watching, for those listening, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of time. Unless you're a very talented, very special individual, it's gonna take time. And you're most likely not talented. You're most likely not even special. So I expect most of you watching, okay, look at me in the face. Even though you can't see my face, look at me in the camera, in the computer, whatever you see. Mobile, I don't care. It's gonna take you a long time. Some people have talked about it taking 7 years for them to gain traction on YouTube. Some others, it's taking them 3 months because they've just done the right thing. You don't know what the right thing is yet. So don't expect yourself to have 3 months of time where you'll get monetized. No. Right now, that's where I'm at right now. I'm not monetized yet, even though I got the watch hours, which is great. Most people, they look at me and think, how the hell did you manage to do that? And honestly, I was thinking of titling the video along the lines of how I was able to do it. That's why my PowerPoint was titled that. But I realized that's not at all what I want to share here. I want to share the pitfalls of being a beginner YouTuber. I want to share and document how tough it was and how there were some great hits, there were some great successes, but there was also moments where I felt like I was just trapped. I was caged in or boxed in to a certain niche. I felt like I just couldn't gain more traction than I did now. I felt like this was my peak of YouTube ever. I felt like my channel was teetering towards the downfall and it hadn't even blown up in the ways that you would want a channel to blow up, right? I'm not looking for viral hits anymore. At least I try not to, but part of me wants that. Every time I post a video, I hope I look at it 2 hours later or 3 hours later, I'm like, oh my gosh, how many views did I get? And then I get disappointed every time because inevitably it doesn't do well because, well, I don't have that much traction yet. And it's a slow game, guys. It's a slow game. Even though I have 300 subscribers, even though I have over 150k views, I still get slightly over 10 views, slightly over 30 views at most in the last 24 hours. That's what it's been over the last 5 or 6 videos. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be that way for a long time now. I don't know how long though, but that's not something I should think about. YouTube is a slow game. I don't know how many times I have to repeat that. I'm going to have to edit this to death because I repeat myself too much when I go off the cuff. And yeah, this channel was a blessing to me. I'm blessed to be able to do this channel. I'm blessed to have been given the opportunity to make these videos because not long ago I was going to college and I wasn't so happy with the direction I was going in life. I wasn't so happy with the prospects of working as a software engineer. Not because I hate software engineering. I actually love it. I actually like the field. But it was just that in college, they don't really give you hands-on advice. They teach you the theories. They teach you the data, they teach you stuff that they taught you in the 90s, right? About data and algorithms. But in terms of software, in terms of making a website or, I don't know, talking about OS development, I was not doing any of that because it was really just talk. You would just tell me about some things that I never experienced. I never touched a PC. I never got to work with one like that. I never got to get hands-on. And it was one of those things that I was just so disappointed at my university experience. I was like, this is not how I envisioned life being at 24 years old, whatever. But now I feel like I'm in a good place, even though, again, I still have that question in life like, oh, how am I going to make money now if I don't feel as fulfilled doing software engineering? I don't know. It's going to be a tough life. It's going to be a long life, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for better things in the future. 2022, I'm not going to go all optimistic on you guys and say 2022 is going to it's going to be the year I take over. 2022 is going to be the year I take over the world, because 2022 is just like any other year. There's no difference except for the number, okay? January hits, it's just like January of 2021, except the year is different. And resolutions typically don't work because people overcommit in the beginning and get gassed out and burn out early. And that's what I've experienced with a lot of things in life. I've tried to set habits and I just burn out easily. And with YouTube, I don't want to do that. I don't want to burn out. At worst, you'll see me just taking a break like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and that's it. I don't want to have a burnout so dramatic that it takes me out of the game for like 6 months. I want to make this I want to make this a legit hobby, okay, where I can actually make money off of it. And I know that sounds very greedy, like, oh, you just care about making money on YouTube? Well, yeah, who doesn't, okay? Let's be honest. Very few people on this platform are just happy to make no money, okay? There's very few. I feel like people like Most Critical are very special people. Like these people, like obviously you have to be privileged to be able to do the things they do, but just to go on YouTube and do the things they've done early in their careers, giving all your money away to charity, like that's not something I can do, guys. I'm sorry. If I make $10,000 at one point in the month, not only am I gonna flex, but I'm gonna be taking that in, baby. I know taxes and all, but that's mine, guys. It's not yours. I'm sorry. It's mine. It's mine. Okay, so it's Christmas. Lakers and Nets are playing. James Harden and LeBron James and Westbrook are the only stars in the game, and we expected to see Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Anthony Davis here by the beginning of the season. I'm actually disappointed. That's why I'm not watching the game right now. Warriors game was nice though. Great win from the Warriors. Otto Porter Jr. with 12 points in the second half. That guy is automatic. Okay, yeah, that's it. We're done. Bye bye.